Welcome back to Money Talks. Today we are talking about cash flow. What is cash flow? When you think about your money coming in and coming out, it's flowing, right? You don't have to worry about it. It's there. It's waiting for you to be used, to be spent. So if you ever felt like you're working harder but never seeing that effort reflected in your bank account, this training is for you. Let's learn to take the control of your cash flow and let it work for you so that your income is no longer just slipping through your fingers. Does that feel like it's slipping through your fingers? Well, let's change that. So, cash flow is the movement of money. We all hear that money is energy, it's currency, it's like a current, it's made out of paper, it comes from the trees, so it's very energetic. It's money in and money out for both your personal and your business finances. So think of it as that river flowing, right? Cash in becomes your income streams. Business revenue, alimony, child support, side hustles, affiliate marketing, rebates, things of that nature. Whatever income, whatever money you have coming in, that is your cash in. And then your cash out is all of your expenses, your bills, your debt, your groceries, your dining out, your travel, whatever you're spending your money on, that's your cash out, right? And you all know that, right? But here's the kicker. It's not about how much you earn. It's about how much you keep. So we're earning income and we're spending income. And most of the time we're spending every penny that we make, but we're not spending it towards saving or investment. We're not thinking about the future. We're just living for the moment. We're living for now. And a lot of times it's in our thought process, the way that society is, the way that we were raised, the experiences that we've had from childhood dictate how we're controlling that cash in and cash out, because tomorrow is not promised, right? And you've probably experienced some things that made you realize, wait a minute, I'm going to live my life to the fullest now, and I'm going to enjoy these experiences because tomorrow is not promised. But it's so important to have a balance because nobody knows when their tomorrow will not come, right? Nobody knows what's going to happen in the last minute. So it's so important to keep that balance and to decide, like, how do I want my cash to flow? Management is key. And realizing that, yes, you can enjoy life, enjoy the moments of now, the tiny moments, and experience what you want to experience when you know your number. So the number one mistake that I see entrepreneurs make is that they take the leftovers of their income. So revenue does not equal cash flow. It's just like, drawing from your investments, your assets, doesn't create income. You're just depleting your assets. That's one of the reasons why annuities might be a good way for you to get income in retirement, because it secures those assets so they don't get depleted so quickly. So when we think of our income, when we think of our assets, income is money coming in. Assets is money from that income that's coming in that we set aside to save and to grow by earning interest, right? Whether it's dividends or making money in the stock market or off of real estate because the land has appreciated, however that money is going to multiply. So when you think about your multiple income streams for retirement, for cash flow, for your future, you want to remember that your assets are resources, and then income is anything that you're working and earning and receiving money for, whether it's an affiliate or money from your business. So let me tell you a quick story. One of my clients had a $20,000 launch. She thought she was set, but her bank account didn't reflect it. Why? Because she had high expenses. She paid for ads. She had hired a couple extra team members to help promote the launch, and she had a lot of credit card debt. So her lifestyle was creeping in, and every time she made more money, she spent more money. So she didn't have that balance. So by the end of the month, even though she received $20,000, she only had $1,000 left. What happened? She did not have strategic cash flow planning, because it's not about making the money, it's about managing it. You all know everyone is capable of bringing in multiple six-figure incomes. But in order for that cash to flow, for that cash to grow, you need to manage it. So the cash flow glow-up formula allows you to access your income flows. You get to track all of your income sources And then you get to list all of your expenses and you get to decide, how do I want this money to work for me? And this is where money buckets come in. So you get to create those money buckets. And once you create your money buckets and you know your number, you get to keep more money in your wallet. And more money in your wallet means your cash is growing, creating investments for you. And then you can take that additional growth and roll it over into a different investment that might be a little bit more riskier. One of the things another mistake that I see entrepreneurs make is that they don't set aside money for taxes. So there's a lot of money leaks in their system. They might have multiple VAs or team members duplicating the same work and not getting the results. They might have a lot of operating expenses that they're not claiming, they're not getting a tax write-off for. So it's so important to do these three things in order to optimize your cash flow. First, automate your savings. Second, lower your fixed expenses. And three, implement a cash cushion. You've heard of the emergency fund. Some people call it the sinking fund. I like to call it future funds. You know, those unexpected expenses that come up and you're like, dang, I didn't plan on it. Plan on it. Always have a plan in place, and then you'll always be successful. And the last thing that I see entrepreneurs do with their cash flow is they have this story that they're telling themselves. There's this money story that repeats, and it could be something from childhood where they learned, that money is scarce, it doesn't grow on trees, and there isn't enough. Money goes where money is. So here's the thing. It's not just about the numbers. It's about the relationship that you have with your money. So if you're constantly thinking there's never enough, guess what? There won't be. But if you're constantly thinking, I have to hustle, I have to grind, I have to do another launch, guess what? You will. But when you know your number and you have that plan in place and all the cash is flowing exactly where you want it to go, it comes in, multiple income streams are coming in and it's going to all those money buckets and you're like, yeah, everything's covered. I don't have to worry about this. I can go out to dinner and enjoy a fancy meal and not have to worry about it because I have that in my fun money bucket. So ask yourself the next time those thoughts sneak in on you, how can I make my cash flow work for me? What can I simplify or streamline? And where am I overspending out of habit, not necessity? Remember that emotional spending, just like emotional eating, sometimes we lean on that to soothe whatever we feel like is missing inside. So I can't stress the importance of taking me time and really diving into this. And if you want to learn more about how to set up your cash flow spending plan, join me on May 14th for the Cash Flow Glow-Up MasterClass. It's only $7. Replay is available, and there's a special bonus for you. When you sign up, you will get the beautiful profit guide to help you, the profit playbook to help you optimize your cash flow to keep more money in your pocket. Because remember, it doesn't matter how much money you have, it's what you do with it.